What is going on, Smashers, and welcome to a brand new video. Now, in today's video, I'm going to be talking about Amazon's fake review problem and something to do with fake reviews that has really impacted me. So if you've been reading the news recently, you've probably seen a couple of stories that refer to Amazon and the problem of fake reviews. When we say fake reviews, we're not talking about people getting a couple of their mates to buy a product and then leaving a few. We're talking about like mass review manipulation. So just as an example, I actually managed to find a listing that really highlights just how bad this problem is. So you can see here, we've got noise isolating earphones, 279 reviews, all 5-star. So straight away you might be thinking that's a bit odd. It must be an amazing product or something's amiss. As soon as you delve into the actual reviews, look at this. Julia Hannaway, she said great earphones for the Mini. Oh, she's reviewed it again. She's reviewed it again 3 times, 4, 5, 6, and these are all different reviews. They're all different accounts, but for whatever reason, the person doing the fake reviews has just not changed it. It's ridiculous. If you keep scrolling through, you can see another person here, Charmer Melbourne, and then it's the same with her. I actually went through all of those reviews, and out of 279, it was like 240 were from this Julia Hannaway. So when we're talking about fake reviews and manipulation, it's things like this. It's foreign sellers, I won't name which country, but it's foreign sellers that are basically finding different ways to essentially completely manipulate and abuse the review system in order to give themselves a massive leg up. So when you see articles like this here and it's talking about these fake 5-star reviews, it's this sort of kind of example that they're referring to. So that's just kind of an introduction to fake 5-star reviews. Now, I want to talk about something that's happened to me recently. In the last video, I was going through the amount of profit that I've made in the first quarter. I made £10,500, which I think is really good. But in the video, I wasn't really that elated, and I actually had a couple of emails and comments on the video saying you don't really seem that, like bowled over that you've made £10,500. That's actually a huge amount. What's wrong, kind of thing. And the reason that I didn't really seem that elated is because at that point in time when I was recording it, my sales were really suffering. So what happened is, at the start of April, I was selling away. I was doing like 50 to 60 units a day. Sales were going really well. And then I logged on to my reviews one morning just to have a little look. And I saw I had 3 1-star reviews in a row, which had never happened before. Sure, I do get 1-star reviews, but not 3 in a row. And I thought, oh, that's really odd and a bit annoying, to be honest. My review score went down from like 4.4 to 4.3. Wasn't the end of the world. I was still getting 4.5 stars overall, but I just thought, it's a bit annoying. So I did all the things that I should do, which I've referred to in a previous video about reviews. So I responded to all of the reviews, basically saying, I'm really sorry, please contact me for a full refund. And I got on with my day. And then the next day I logged on again and I noticed that I had another 1-star review. So that was 4 in a row now, which again was really frustrating. And I was like, what on earth's happening? But whatever, I responded to it. My review score was still 4.5, sales were still good. And then the next day I logged on and guess what? I had another 1-star review, 5 in a row. And at this point, I'm angry. I'm not going to lie about it. I messaged my supplier, and I had to go with them. I said, what on earth are you playing at? I've had 5 customers in a row here, all complaining about the quality of the product, saying it's really poorly made, it doesn't work. What is happening? I've got 3,000 units on the way. If I get any more 1-star reviews, I'm not going to be able to shift them. Step your game up. And the supplier was really apologetic and said they didn't know what happened, but they would investigate. Then the next day I logged on and guess what? I had 2 more reviews, and at this point I was absolutely distraught. I had 8 1-star reviews all in a row, all complaining about the quality of the product, just saying it was just crap, basically. My review score had fallen from like 4.4 to 4. So my star rating had now fallen all the way to 4 stars, which was really, it really impacted me because all of my competitors have 4.5 stars. So if a customer logs on and sees, 5 listings that all look quite similar. One's got 4 stars, the other's got 4.5. Of course, it's going to hurt your conversion. So you can see here, you guys know that I actually love my graphs. I've mapped out what the conversion of this product was for me. You can see at the beginning of the month, it was around 35%, which is really good. I was doing like 40 to 60 units a day. Making some good profit, had good PPC, a good pay-per-click campaign that was profitable. And then you can see here, this is where the reviews start to come in. So I got 4 negative reviews in a row. My conversion plummeted. What I did here, where you can see where my conversions come up a bit, is I essentially just started messaging customers that had left me positive seller feedback and just said, would you mind shifting that over to my review page in order to help me out? And they did that. I think I got like another 6 reviews. So that kind of pushed some of the 1-star reviews off the most recent page. But the bad reviews were not over yet. I carried on getting them, 8 reviews in a row. My sales conversion fell to about 6%. I was getting 6 sales a day. That's the lowest I've ever had since selling on Amazon. So obviously I was really, really gutted. 6 sales a day, and I was thinking, I've got another 3,000 units on the way. It's going to take me forever to shift those. So that is one of the reasons why in the last video, even though I made some really good profit, I was kind of a bit, disgruntled, a bit upset, because I thought I've made this amazing profit here. And that might well be over because I'm just getting an absolute barrage of reviews. So anyway, after I got the 8th 1-star review, which is the most bad reviews I've ever had, and I think probably anyone's ever had, 8 in a row, I was really suspicious, and I was like, hang on, this doesn't seem right whatsoever. Something doesn't seem right. These reviews don't seem genuine. So I started to do a bit of investigating, and I looked at the reviews, and I noticed that although they were reviewing my product, they kind of seemed to be reviewing a product that was slightly different. So for example, they were saying this product is crap, it's poorly made, it doesn't work, and the light is rubbish. And I was like, that's weird, because this product doesn't have a light on it. So I was like, it's a bit strange. Secondly, I noticed that, my product is for women, but I noticed that some of the reviewers were from men. They were from male names like Dave or whatever. And it was saying things like, oh, I've used this product for a couple of weeks, it's crap, blah, blah, blah. And again, I was just like, that doesn't seem right. That's really weird, because a man would never review this product. And then the final thing that I noticed was I started to look at the review accounts. I wanted to see what are the products they were reviewing. Maybe they were reviewing my competitors' products, in which case that might signal that it was actually a competitor. And I noticed that all of the review accounts were private. You couldn't see their review history, and that looks like this. So this is exactly what it looks like. This is one of the people that gave me a 1-star. You click on their account and it says they've got no activity to share. I blanked out her last name because it was actually her real name. But I noticed that I was getting this page for every single one of the 1-stars, and I've got over 250 reviews now. And I looked at like 20 or 30 of them, and none of them had made their activity private. That on its own isn't that suspicious. Some people do it. But to have every single one of those 1-star reviews private their account was very suspicious. So this made me really, really suspicious. And at this point, I was convinced that it was a competitor attacking me because they were jealous. I had more sales than them. I'd taken market share off them, whatever. I was just like, this is not genuine. None of these are genuine. It's too weird that these reviews have come from men. They're reviewing a slightly different product, and all the reviewers have made their accounts private. So I put together an email to Amazon. I sent it off, and Amazon just came back and said, none of these reviews violate terms of service. Therefore, we're not removing them. And I was gutted. I was like, my review score's 4, my conversion's 6%, got 3,000 units on the way. I'm just like lost on my money. So what I did is I did some more investigating. I wanted to strengthen my case as much as possible, and I rewrote the email. I put together a really strong email that I laid out exactly what had happened, and I'm really pleased to say, guys, I got those reviews removed. Amazon didn't email me to be like, yeah, guess what, we've removed them. I just noticed, I just logged on one day and I was like, oh, here we go, I'm going to check now and find that I've got another 1-star, and I noticed my review score had gone down by 5. I can tell you guys, I've never been so happy to see my review score reduced by 5. You can see here exactly what it did to my conversion. straight away the conversion picked up. It hasn't gone all the way back to what it was, and I think that's because I've lost Amazon's Choice and Amazon's bestseller badge. I'm confident I'll be able to get them back. I'm very nearly out of stock again. I've got these units on the way. Hopefully they'll be here this week. I'm going to do another mini relaunch, and hopefully I can get back to where I was. I will obviously report back to you guys how that goes, but I must say my spirits are a lot higher. So what did I learn about fake reviews? So first of all, I learned that the media, the news and all that, they talk about fake 5-star reviews. They don't talk about fake 1-star reviews, which I would say are just as bad, if not worse, because as you've seen, they can completely just ruin your conversion. So these are kind of the little tactics that I did in order to learn about fake 1-star reviews. And honestly, guys, what I learned was absolutely shocking. So the first thing that I did was I joined a load of review groups on Facebook. I was like, something's amiss here. Joined all these groups on Facebook where people are essentially paid to leave 5-star reviews. So what I did when I joined these review groups was I started to search for the people that had left me 1-star reviews in these review groups, and guess what? I actually found a few of them, and at that point I was like, bam, got you. I know that these reviews that I've had left on my account are fake. And the thing that I discovered about these review groups was shocking. Is essentially that what people do is they join these groups and they receive a product for free in exchange for leaving a review, and they also receive a small cash incentive of like $5 or $10. And the thing that I also discovered that was really disappointing was that people will leave 5-star and 1-star reviews. It doesn't matter, they don't care, as long as they get a product for free and they get that cash incentive. So one of the fake reviews that I received was from this Janie person, the person who I just showed you made their account private. And I've just started bits out where she's revealing what my product is, but she's basically said the product was awful. Unfortunately, it's nowhere near as good as another product. And then basically just said, I've gone back to that other brand. So a bit suspicious. So what I decided to do is I thought, right, this Janie person, I'm actually going to see if she's a real person. So I went onto Facebook and searched for her. She's got a bit of a unique surname. And guess what? I actually found her. So I messaged her, pretending to be somebody interested in Amazon reviews. And you can see here I said, hi Janie, random question, because I was just messaging her out of the blue. Have you had a good experience with the Amazon FBA UK review group? I just made that up. Saw you're in some and wondered if they're legit. I hadn't actually seen she was in some because I couldn't actually see it because I wasn't friends with her. And boom, she replied and said, yeah, they seem legit. A woman I work with recommended it, and like you, I was suspicious. And straight away, as soon as she replied, I was like, got you, you know. So she then told me what review groups she was in. I joined all the review groups that she was in, and I started searching for the members, and what you believe, a number of the people that left me 1-star reviews were in this review group. So if that wasn't enough, I then just started to search Google for the different names of people that left me 1-star reviews, and like I said, search on Amazon. And you can see here, here's 2 1-star reviews that I've received, one from the Janie person, and then another person just called She, saying, I was expecting a better product, blah, blah, blah. I've used another brand. Again, similar kind of thing, just slagging off my product. So 2 1-star reviews on my product, and then look at this, what I found. 2 5-star reviews on a headphone listing, both from the exact same accounts. Now, don't forget guys, both of these accounts have made their review history private, so they didn't think that I'd be able to find them. But with the help of Google, I managed to actually find their accounts, search for them, and you can see they've both left 5-star reviews. And I'm not kidding, I found an absolute mountain of evidence here. Basically, what's happening is all these people are joining Facebook review groups. Chinese sellers are advertising products, saying you'll get this for free, I'll give you $5. All you need to do is leave a 5-star or a 1-star review. And these people are not understanding the damage that they're doing. Like I don't think they get it, how important reviews are. You know, it nearly completely destroyed me and my business, and that's one of the reasons that I was just absolutely gutted. But I'm really pleased to say Amazon will listen. They will listen to review manipulation. If you get an unfair negative review, if you know it's left by a competitor or something like that, they have publicly said that they're being very proactive when it comes to review manipulation. I'm not quite sure I believe that based on that video from the beginning, but at least they're getting a bit of pressure now from the media about these fake reviews. I only wish that the media would talk about fake 1-star reviews as well. Now, some little actions that Amazon are taking, well, reviews now take a few days to be approved. When I first started selling on Amazon, they were approved in like a couple of minutes. Now it's like a few days. I'm not quite sure how effective that actually is. An example being the 8 1-star reviews I received, but I suppose it is progress. Now, if this does happen to you, if you find you are getting 1-star reviews, or you're convinced that a competitor is targeting you or about to target you, you have to be resilient, and you have to basically just keep badgering Amazon to actually do something about it. Now, imagine how many emails Amazon gets on a daily basis from people going, oh, I've received this review and it's unfair and blah, blah, blah. They probably just have a template response that just says, no, it's not against terms of service. That's it, goodbye. And they expect people to just, not reply again, which is probably why they do it. But because I was so convinced that something was amiss and my reviews were indeed fake, I just carried on going. And it's the exact same when my product went into hazardous materials review, and when they told me my product was restricted, I just kept emailing and kept getting on at them until I actually found a solution. That is my number one tip here, guys. If you are having issues with Amazon, don't just send one email and give up when they say no. You've got to keep on going. And I'm sure they probably have a system that says this customer has emailed 5 times, so it's clearly high priority or something. That's kind of like my number one strategy now. Just keep sending emails, and every time they say no, just send another one and try and strengthen your email. So I put together an email to Amazon that details everything, and it has resulted in me getting all of those 1-stars removed. I actually got 2 more 1-stars from the competitor last week, the exact same, made their account private. It just wasn't reviewing my product, and I emailed Amazon with the exact same template that I'd put together, and they removed both reviews within about 3 hours, and I was pretty happy with that. The same happened yesterday. Got another one, probably from the competitor again. Put this email together again, sent it to the contacts, and again it's been removed. And now, because this video has already gone on quite a long time already, I'm actually going to be revealing how I got those reviews removed in the next episode. I wanted to use this video basically just to give you guys a bit of background about the extent of review manipulation and exactly why I probably wasn't over the moon last episode when I was revealing my profit. Just wanted to give you guys the entire story really before revealing exactly how I got those reviews removed, and how I'm convinced that if it does happen to me or you or anyone else, there is an actual way to get them completely removed. So make sure that you're subscribed, guys, and hit that notification bell so that you are alerted when I do upload that video. And if you do enjoy anything else on the channel, please feel free to give me a like and come and join me in the Amazon FBA Smashers group on Facebook. See you for the next video.